Hi and welcome to Raven and Rose. My name's Sam and today I am presenting a Katy Perry look inspired by her Chained to the Rhythm music video where she talks about, she sings about wasted zombies. So I thought I would make that really quick, easy leap and do a bit of a cuter zombie for Katy because, you know, she's Katy. So I did the basic makeup exactly the same as in her video, but then I just added a little extra to it. So I'm starting off with a dark brown brow pencil. I have no idea what this is called and who it's from. It's just the darkest brown that I have. She has really impressive dark eyebrows in this video, so I went way overboard with my brows, which was awesome. And then I'm using a brown mascara just to help define the little tiny patches of sparse hair I do have on my brow, and decided then I wanted it a little darker, so I went in with that colour from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And then I needed to prime my eyelids, so I'm using the Soft Oak Paint Pot from MAC, and I'm using my finger because I think the warmth helps blend it a little bit better for me. I have a bit of a crepey eyelid issue going on that I'm needing to fix desperately. Then I'm using the Kathleen Lights Bone colour to set that primer and get me all ready to go with some lovely turquoise shadow. Okay, so I'm using NYX Ultimate Palette to just gently build up the colour above my brow bone. And then I am using a flat brush to apply and really pack on that colour onto my eyelid. Then using a shimmery green from Body Shop to go over the top because she has got a bit of a sparkle to that colour. And I'm using a combination of these three colours to give me a little bit of contouring on my eye. It needs a little bit of depth. And I noticed that it does have a little bit of a warmer, like a purpley shade, pinky purpley shade down at the bottom. Not as much as this, I blend it out, but it just leaves that little bit of colour down at the bottom, which I think just pulls everything together. So yeah, pray to God and then wipe away the dropout. And then I'm using a little liner brush just to define my eyelid a little bit, before going in with the very shimmery inner corner. Now she doesn't just do her inner corner, it goes right up, straight up towards her eyebrow, it goes on her brow bone, it goes underneath her eye. And then blend, 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 blend before applying my Too Faced mascara. I don't know why I didn't show a picture of that. I showed everything to the camera. I think I must have just forgotten halfway through what I was doing. But yeah, a good coat of black mascara, and then I'm using a black liner pencil just between my lashes on my top lid to make sure that there are no little gaps, and then using the Wonder pencil on my lower eyeline before applying a pair of Katy Perry lashes. And I wanted to build that white colour up the lower lash line, so I applied white liner there too. And then I started baking and contouring my nose. And Katy has an adorable little nose. It's just so lovely, and it's not bendy, it's not wonky. Well, I don't know. Her makeup artist may be working miracles. I don't know. So yeah, I'm baking and contouring my nose right now. And yeah, I know that was a lot of powder on there. A lot of powder. So as you can see, I am now adding bronzer, because she may be a zombie, but you know, she's Katy. So bronzer first, and then I'm contouring before adding lots of lovely pinky blush. Now in the video it looks like it's just her healthy skin, and for me to get that effect, what I usually do is add some white powder over the top and then blend it out which I'm doing here, and then I'm adding some more as well because I really wanted that lovely blush colour. So I'm adding a lip liner. I believe this is MAC Rosy Rim, and I'm only doing half my mouth because the other half is Zombie, and I'm covering my whole lip in that colour, and then going right on ahead with some white Mehron body paint to make this little area look like it's skull. And I did that for a couple of layers just to build up the opacity, and then went in with the shading. Now I know this is the absolute wrong brush, but it was the one I had in my hand, so it was the one I was determined to use. But yeah, so I've shaded around the edge with a fawn brown, and then I'm going in with black around the actual skull area, which I will blend down. But first I'm adding from that NYX palette a little bit of purple just around the edge to give it a little bit of a tiny irritation, but not gore, because, you know, we're Katy. I keep saying that, but we're Katy. So I'm adding my teeth to where they would be along my jawline, lip line, jawline, yeah. And then while I've got white on my brush, I go back in over my skull area before adding a lovely purple colour just around the edge, because like I said, I didn't want it to be bloody and gory, but I'm happy to add purples because they just go with that eyeshadow so beautifully. I'm painting around the gum area in between the teeth that I've painted on here on the lower area, and then just filling that little V in and letting it feather out, and I did that in between each tooth, as you can see. Then yeah, she's a zombie, so I had to add a little bit of browning staining to the teeth. It's just, I had to do it. I couldn't resist. It was just a little bit of a zombie. And then outlining in black and then just shading in between so that there's definition between each tooth. And then shading, making sure that those colours are blended beautifully and nice and dry before I go in with white over the top, just to give it a more polished feel and just to lessen down that brown just a tiny bit. So now I'm adding some water-based skin adhesive, and what I've done is I've just ripped up little bits of paper and covered them with my foundation and let them dry. So they're all rough edges, and I'm just sticking them to the edge of the outline of my flaky skin area where I'm basically peeling off. And I think this is it's kind of a cuter option. So I'm using the end of my paintbrush just to roll and give some a little bit of texture to what I'm doing and making it look not so vicious. It doesn't look so intense as some of the other looks that you can do when you're creating zombies. So I went on and did that along the edge of each area. As you can see, I've left an area blank, and so I will do both sides of that. It's a bit like doing a jigsaw puzzle. You've got lots of ripped pieces and you've got to find a place for everything, but the water-based adhesive is very forgiving. Just make sure, like I just did, when the end of your brush is you've got a bit of glue on, wipe it off before you start rolling it up, otherwise you just end up ripping the piece of paper off. It's quite fragile, but once it's on, it is on. So repeating the process all around, trying to find pieces that fit. Now this was the first time I'd used this technique. I think with a little bit of practice I could make it really effective. So then I'm going in with that pink colour again, and I'm making it bright and vivid, and adding in a little bit of a purple too, and just using my finger to blend that in. So now I'm adding a top colour onto my lip and my highlight colour, which is gorgeous, from the Sleek palette. And I have a long pink wig, I don't have a short pink wig, so I was able to create the front roll that she had in a fringe, and I just curled up and pinned other areas so that it looked like a shorter bob. So just tidying up a few of those cranial crack marks that this zombie's taken. And a blue contact lens on the Katy side, and a mesh contact lens on the zombie Katy side. And there you go. There is my finished product. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I loved doing this one. I like doing cute sometimes, and to add a little tiny bit of a zombie was even better. So thank you so much for sharing your time with me. I really do appreciate it. Please subscribe. Please, please, please. I'm so desperate to get to 100.